Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Shah. We are going to discuss ion exchanger demonstration unit. Right now this is in working condition. This unit is used to remove hardness of water. And this is our reservoir. This is our pump. And this is our flow meter. These are the 5 ways T. These are the valves. And this is our cation exchanger and this is anion exchanger. This is cation resin and this is anion resin. Cation resin is polyacrylic acid and anion resin is polystyrene. The length of this resin is 7 inches. Used to see if there is any overflow. There are 5 processes involved in this unit. The first is service, second is backwashing, third is regeneration, fourth is slow rinse, fifth is fast rinse.
My name is Shoaib Ahmed. Now I am going to discuss the first process, which is service. First of all, we take tap water and we put it in the reservoir, and after that we turn on the unit. The pump makes the water flow from reservoir to this resin. There are two different processes, cation exchanger and anion exchanger. We have our own will. What we have to do, if we have to if we want to remove the cation, we would use the cation exchanger, and if we want to remove anion, we would use anion exchanger.
Good.
After turning it on, we would regulate the flow of water. Through this, the water should be between 60 and 80 liters per minute.
Go.
After turning on the unit, we would regulate the flow of water through flow meter. The water should be between 60 and 80 milliliter per minute. Let's say if we are using cation exchanger, the tap water, we will feed the tap water from top side and it will flow through the bottom side. During the flow, we would check the conductivity of the water using the conductivity meter. At first, the conductivity of water will start to decrease, and the conductivity of water will start to decrease gradually, and we would take the readings of conductivity at a certain intervals of time. Let's say we would take the conductivity of water at almost 3 minutes of interval. When it will reach the point 0, the conductivity of water. The conductivity of water will start to decrease, and there will come a point when the conductivity will reach 0%. When we know that the conductivity will reach 0, we know that this resin is fully exhausted.
Start.
After the resin is fully exhausted, we would see that the color of resin will change from lighter to dark color. The next part of the process will begin. The next part of the process is backwashing. In backwashing, we use distilled water, and distilled water is flown through this unit in such a way that it is fed from bottom end, and it comes out from the top end. Backwashing is used so that if there are any suspended particles in this resin, it would come out or it will dissolve. Another reason for this is that if the pure crystals of this resin will come on the top end side, which helps us in the exchange chemistry. After we have done the process of backwashing, the next part of the process is regeneration. There are two types of solution that is used for this. If we are using cation exchanger, we would use the HCl solution, and if we are using anion exchanger, we would use NaCl solution. We would make a solution of HCl, and we would put in reservoir in the desired segment. After turning it on, the HCl solution will start to pour from top end side, and it will come down from bottom end side. But we see that after a certain time, the HCl solution only comes in contact with the top part of the resin, but not the whole part of the resin. And when using the solutions for regeneration, we see that it almost takes 15 to 20 minutes for the regeneration. After the regeneration process, we see that the HCl solution that we have passed to it does not go all the way to the bottom of the resin. It only comes in contact with the top part of the resin. So for this thing, we move on to the next part of the process, which is called slow rinse.
Go.
We use distilled water in the process of slow rinse. In slow rinse, we make the distilled water flow from top end, and it comes out from the bottom end. When this distilled water is passed from the top end, it makes the HCl solution that is trapped only on the top end side of the resin. It makes that solution go all the way to the bottom of the resin, and it comes in contact with all parts of the resin. In the slow rinse process, as the name tells us, we have to make the flow rate as slow as possible. After we have done the slow rinse process, we move on to the next part, which is fast rinse process. In the fast stage process, we also use the distilled water, but in this process, we make the flow rate a little bit more as compared to the slow rate stage. So it makes we use the fast stage process so that the ACR solution that is inside the resin goes out, and the original resin is left behind, which is regenerated. So this resin comes into the original form, which is back to the service process. This was the whole process of this ion exchanger unit. I hope you got to know about this. Thank you for watching.